Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brian. This is Brian. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Brian. This week I just wanted to take a second to kind of explain exactly why I'm doing this. And I'm going to do that by telling you the 10 people that I am doing this for. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, I am doing this for the closeted person out there, whether they're a Christian or not. The person who feels like they don't have anywhere to go, like they can't be themselves, they don't have anybody to talk to, and they're never going to have anybody to talk to. And they think that their life is going to continue on in this sad hiding and shame, and that they don't deserve love, and that they're messed up, and something is just innately, inherently wrong with them at the very core of what makes them who they are. This is for you. Number 2, I'm doing it for all of you out there who are past the threshold of coming out, for the openly gay out there or openly whatever, just in hopes of giving you a chance to relate with someone who has gone through the similar struggles that you've gone through and still tried to hold on to some sort of faith, even when people who claim that faith have hurt you in many different ways. My hope is that you can see that there is hope and that there is joy and there is peace in the church for you, for me. I've said it so many times, if there's room for me in my church, there's room for you in the church as well. And I want to serve as an example of that because I never really had an example of that growing up. Number 3, I'm doing this for the straight Christian who has no gay friends and no gay family members and has never really met anyone who is gay or never really had the chance to sit down and listen to their story. I'm doing this for you because you're probably out there trying to understand, but you're too afraid to ask anybody about it because you don't want to step on anybody's toes, but you still want to learn either why this is such a big controversy, or whether or not it's a choice, or whether or not it's right or wrong, or how you should treat people, or maybe you're still kind of thinking you should love the sinner and hate the sin and you want to figure out what that means, which by the way, please never say that and never live by that because it makes no sense, but that's a good idea for another video. Love the sinner, hate the sin. I wrote it down. Thank you. This is going great. So yeah, this is for you. Number 4, I'm doing this for this straight Christian who does have gay friends or gay family members or knows gay people, and maybe they still have questions about whether or not it's right or wrong and how they should treat people, or maybe they're thinking about what should be tolerated and what should be condoned and what should be celebrated and all of that craziness mixed all together. It's a really confusing journey to walk down, and I'm making these videos to hopefully walk down that road with you with a lot of grace, with a lot of patience, hopefully that we can have for each other. Number 5, I'm doing this for the atheists out there, or anyone who really would never consider themselves a Christian. I'm doing this for you because my hope is that you can see the true heart of who Jesus is, that you can hear the true story of how he came to earth and he really just sought to love people and to set them free. That is what I want you to see when you look at Christians. That's what I want you to see when you look at me. That's what I want you to see when you look at the church. So this is for you. Number 6, I'm doing this for the conservative, Republican, right-wing, whoever you are. I'm doing this for you because you feel strongly and you stick to your guns, literally, and you love tradition and you've been a part of a tradition for a very long time. And something like the SCOTUS ruling for marriage equality made you feel like you lost something that was near and dear and precious to you and your family. I don't want to ignore that, and I don't want to engage in that sentiment only through this camera or through social media, but I want to sit down and talk with you because the feeling of loss is something that I have felt before, and that is a difficult experience to go through. And while your beliefs may inadvertently be hurtful towards other people, they come from an important place, and they come from a place of deep care, and I understand that, and I would love to just engage in a conversation with you wherever you are. I've been able to do that with some of my friends, and we sit there for hours and we go through these things and we have to say many things over and over, and we have to repeat how much love we have for each other, and it's difficult and it's long and it's grueling and it's confusing, but it's so worth it. The conversation itself is holy. Number 7, I'm doing this for the liberal out there, those of you who are on fire for equality, you activists and you protesters, and I love your passion and I love how much you care and how much you fight for someone like me, and I thank you and I salute you in that. But I also want to point out that grace and teaching and patience and love play a very important role in the changes that you wish to make. And so I'm doing this for you. And that leads directly into number 8. I am doing this for all of you who who hate me. Those of you who think that I should be quarantined with everyone else like me and starved until we're all gone and the world is a better place because of it. I'm doing this for you. I don't know why there is so much hate and anger in your heart, but I know that it was put there by someone other than yourself, and I'm so sorry for whatever happened to you or the way that you were raised, and I'm so sorry that it probably just drives you crazy to the point of really hating someone who doesn't hate you, who doesn't want to hurt you. I'm doing this for you because my hope is that with some patience and with some grace and with some love, I can set you free from that. You can experience the freedom and the joy and the love and the peace that I have, and I recognize that it's my responsibility to show you that grace and show you that patience, and so I'm doing this for you. Number 9, I'm doing this for all the people who make up my church. And as you know, when I say my church, I'm talking about my friends, I'm talking about my family, I'm talking about my professors, and I'm talking about my co-workers. I'm talking about all of these people who make up my faith network community, all these people who've walked me through these years of hating myself to coming out to living in authenticity and walking around in the outside world completely being myself and completely being loved, and on even into this endeavor of spreading that freedom to whoever could be watching this from around the world. I'm doing this for you because you deserve some recognition. People need to know the amazing work that you are doing. People need to see proof and evidence of the love and the grace and the joy and the peace that you've given someone. People need to see this story of victory and how you have successfully carried out the mission of Jesus. That is so amazing. That is so beautiful. And there are more stories like this out there that we need to hear more about, because the more that we share stories like yours, the more they're gonna happen. Finally, number 10, I am doing this for little old me. Myself, for me, because there is a deep hunger and thirst and desire inside of me to do all of this. Nobody's paying me to do this. I just need to do it, and I am deeply unhappy and not myself when I'm not pursuing sitting down and talking with all of you. And that desire did not come from myself. I never wanted this for my life, but I believe it came from God. I believe that He put this desire in my heart and that He made it so that I would be very unhappy if I didn't go after it. So I'm doing this for me too. And that's it. Those are the 10 people that I'm doing all this for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.